Welcome back to It's All Good, Part 2, and this is the conclusion of It's All Good, and we're talking about kind of like the new modern version of Adam and Eve, like Adam and Eve Jr., they're teenagers. This is the futuristic Adam and Eve. You finally graduate high school or college, you're out on your own, exploring life for yourself, and you find out who you are, what kind of man, woman, husband, wife you want to be. And so I was talking about how you look at your parents or grandparents, whoever raised you, and you make a decision of, do I want to be like my parents? I want to be somebody else. Do I want to be partly like my parents? And then, do my own thing, right? You might also have you also might have had great parents who taught you what it means to be a man, a woman, a mother, father. And you wouldn't want to change a thing, right? You hope to be as good as your parents. So if you had bad parents, you can expand on that. You can say, you know what, I'm going to be better than they were. I want to keep some of the stuff they taught me. I want to get rid of some of the stuff I didn't like that they taught that I can do better on, right? But in conclusion, if you didn't have good role models like Adam and Eve Jr., then you will have to seek that and find out what being a responsible adult looks like. Okay? If you didn't have good role models, you can even find that on TV or people in your community. You say, wow, that's the kind of dad I wish I had. That's the kind of mom I wish I had. That's kind of grandparents I wish. You can't say, I don't know how to be a good mom. Yes, you do. This is something, I understand what people mean by that. They don't mean any harm, but look at it this way. Nobody says, oh, I don't know how to sneak out the house. Sure you do. Nobody told you to do that, but you knew how to open that window, sneak out that house when you wanted to. You knew how to steal your parents' keys and borrow that car. You knew how to do that, right? So if you know how to do the things that you want to do that your parents don't want you to do, you also know how to say, gee, I want to be a better mother. If I thought they treated me horrible and I wanted them to treat me with more compassion, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give my kids the compassion my parents didn't give. You do have that in you, okay? And you do have plenty of resources through books, videos, or people in your community, the Bible, whatnot, of how to be a better person if you did not have an example right there in front of you. You still know how you wanted your mom to act, how you wanted your dad to act, how you wanted your parents to act, right? You know what you want them to have. If you did something bad, you said, why didn't they just ground me? Or why did they say, why did they beat me? Or why did they, they really just, you have that in your mind, hopefully. Some people really don't know. They don't know how to find resources. They just need a little help getting there, whatnot. But just like Adam and Eve Sr., your parents weren't given an instruction manual on life, especially parenting. Your parents weren't vetted to see if they were even qualified to be parents in the first place. Okay? Most people don't say, before you have this kid, are you qualified? Do you know what it means to raise a kid? Do you know what it takes to get a kid up in the morning, feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, have just your basic necessities? They like, hey, we slept together, made love, here's a baby, and that you take off from there, right? One of the best things you can do for your child, like I'll reiterate, is to give them the life that you never had. And that doesn't have to be about money, okay? And sometimes your kid won't even know that they have a better life than you because it's just normal to them. Yeah, my mom gets me breakfast. Yeah, she feeds me lunch and dinner. Yeah, it's normal. Not knowing maybe she didn't have it that good. Or maybe nobody showed up to his or her, your dad's or mom's plays. Or came to see you at the track meet, at the basketball game, the football game. But now your mom comes to all of yours. Why? Because she wants to do for her kid what she didn't have. Right? And your kids, in a way, it's almost even a blessing. If they don't think that's anything special sometimes, that means you did something right because they feel they have a great life. Now, of course, you know how kids are. We still might find something to complain about. But treat them in the way you want it to be treated. And so that just kind of a little play on the Adam and Eve Sr. from the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve Jr. Fast forward to 2022, who are young kids about to, get out of high school or graduate from college and want to be on their own. And now they don't have to follow their parents' rules and they can do what they want to do, right? And everybody doesn't just get out the house and say, oh, I can go wild now. Some people just don't have that in their DNA. Some people, you leave your parents' house and you still wash your dishes, you keep the house clean, you still give yourself chores, you take out the trash, you go to your classes, or you get a job, whatever. You're responsible. And some people, especially if they had a tighter rein on them, or if they just had a little bit of a wild gene in them, they've got to get out there and say, hey, I think the wildest I got was, hey, I'm outside the house and it's past 10 o'clock. Wow, it's midnight. I'm outside in the driveway. That's the wildest I got. I still don't drink. I didn't drink and smoke when I was in high school, college, whatever. I didn't care who was doing it. I'm not big on peer pressure. It just doesn't work on me. I get offended if somebody tries to force me to do something I don't want to do. If I said no. Well, that's a woman trying to get you to do something, or a male. Drink this. No, I said no. Why do I need to drink it because you're doing it? So I'm doing it for you, not for me, because to make you feel comfortable. You just you have to learn to speak up for yourself, and also if you can speak up, to your parents, then you can speak up to anybody. If you feel like your parents are wrong or you just disagree with them, you have the right to say, "Well, I disagree with that." That's part of becoming an adult. To speak and say, "I disagree with this." Your parents should accept that you disagree. They shouldn't say, "Well," but some parents will kick your butt out. They will stop paying for your college if you don't do what they want them to do, or you don't major in something they want you to major in. And that's something you'll have to deal with. You might have to deal with that crap. It's not going to be fun, but if you can speak up to your parents, say, "Mom, I disagree with this," or I have different beliefs than you do. If you can speak up to your parents, you can speak up to your boyfriend, your husband, your boss, and say, "No, I disagree," or "No, you are wrong for that," or that's discrimination, or that's sexism, or that's just not right, or "No, that person was ahead of me." I just feel like if you can do that, that'll take you far in life. So, just something to think about. Thanks for watching.